Work, work, work. Yes, it's 12:30 now. Everyone knows that means the magical time where I can actually think as well as eat. Yay for individuality! I now inhale and smell the melange of smells that is microwave Hot Pockets and Totina's pizza rolls. I say screw that noise. I am going for more extravagant things such as mall food. I walk past the tiny separations that are known as cubicles and race down the stairs in a fury that I know my legs may regret later, but my stomach will never regret. The mall, my kingdom, is fairly close to the monolith of office work, so I can make it. What will I eat today? The selection always overbears me like a 40-year-old at an unused peep show booth. Chick-fil-A, Sbarro's Pizza, that random pretzel place, and that little Chinese place that serves bourbon chicken. I keep walking and see the mass exodus of people exit their office buildings in search for the deliciously fast, cheaply delicious food establishment. Most do not know the secrets that mall food sings, but some do. I enter the Westboro Mall, and these eateries intoxicate me with their promise of delicious heart attacks, and whisper the words, "Please eat my hot plate." The 20 tables set up in the small food court give me a wide range to perform my favorite task of all time. People stalking. I mean, people watching. I must get my food first, though. The cashier at Sbarro's glares at me with his, what the hell you gonna eat, Italian attitude. Actually, I think he may be Hispanic. I want the pepperoni. Wait, no. The cheese pizza. I pause. 2 slices, my man. Damn, why did I say my man? Makes me look like a tool. Shit. As I receive my 2 slices, I am ready to eat and observe. Walking past a newborn and her mother and a drug deal going on right in front of her, I find my seat and start to watch. I watch the drug dealer and I can imagine what is going on right now. "Hey man, you got the money?" the dealer questions. "You got the stuff?" the client responds. I always wondered if my suave demeanor and fast-talking attitude could make me a good drug dealer. I have more important deals to initiate, such as take Allison on a date. Allison is any 16-year-old horny teenager's dream. She is blonde, leggy, and looks like she can alter one's perspective on life. Of course I can handle her. I am 25 and she's 21. I stare at her from across the food court, sitting at my table waiting for a moment to enter her work domain. Wetzel Pretzel. Now, I have talked to Allison many times before, but I think I can finally make what I call my big move. So I do what every guy does before he makes his move. Well, at least I hope every guy does do this. I puff out my chest and act as assertively as possible, which means I act like an asshole. Not any sort of asshole, but one who believes that everything he's doing will be all right. Now, if you do not already know, the mall pretzel is a delicacy among mall food. Thus being said, Allison is then the angel of this delicious treat. Being a connoisseur of such delights, I know that slight hint of salt and vinegary bread is all it takes to make me believe in humanity again. I am still in my seat, frozen by fear of rejection. This fear creeps up my throat and falls a bit on my cheek. Looking around to see if the coast is clear of embarrassment, I encounter the man I call Juggy. Now, Juggy is like me, a mall food connoisseur. Well, more like just an eater for him. He does not appreciate the skill and craft that go into making such delights as Cinnabon. This guy just scarfs away his Nivas Express as well as his orange Julius beverage. This is a sign of a true food nemesis. The 300-pound of flesh is as frightening as he is massive. Juggy derives his name from his gigantic chest, which is shaped like a pair of mountains, if mountains were made out of Spam. Now, Juggy and I have had encounters in the past because he enters my domain every time I eat lunch. Eating by himself, Juggy has a tendency to stare at me as he is now. Cautiously, I start to move my glance down to my now cold, half-eaten piece of pizza. I feel that he is unrelentingly ripping my soul with his eyes. Maybe that's just my fear. His overalls and country accent are just too much as he says, "What the fuck is your problem, kid?" I stare at my watch as slowly my gaze moves down to my pants. I see at this time there's only 3 minutes to make my move to Allison or be stuck again in my prison of work. There is no way in hell I'm going to let this Bowser stop me in the way of my princess. So I keep my gaze away and make my move to the pretzel court. I lightly push small children out of my way and finally make it to my beautiful pretzel princess and say my ultimate pickup line. "Will you please salt my pretzel?"